when they will take breakfast, because if they take late after that, then breakfast will be too late. I suggest you have breakfast early morning. It is okay to not to, it doesn't require fasting, but only thing is it should not be, stomach should not be full while doing Kriya and meditation. And suppose if you take breakfast at 7 o'clock, 7:30 or something, then and join this, you know, the session at 9 o'clock. The first 1 hour is learning, so we will not do any Kriya or meditation. So before 10 o'clock. So that is quite a good amount of time. So 2 to 3 hours is absolutely fine. But only thing, make sure it is not too heavy. So that breakfast is not too heavy. So once in a week, I hope there will be no issues there. So don't delay it, because it is not good to feeling hungry and trying to complete Kriya and meditation as quickly as possible.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Vidya.
Pranam RBJ.
Pranam, Narvikar. All right, I think it is now 9:10 now in India. So we shall start our session.
Dada Pranam.
Pranam Madhu. So, and we'll start our session today. And today is a new timing, so we will maintain that. So in now for the next few weeks. So next few weeks or few months actually. So, and we will set into that. So the change is because of the change in the timing in the US, the East Coast time, but we normally do one session for that. So same time, it is better to maintain same time, both in India and then the US East Coast. So it will be for me also when hosting the program, it is easier for me. Otherwise, every time I have to change this kind of timing. Is same time in India, same time in the US East Coast, like Atlanta, New York, and all these places. And accordingly, others to match with that. So we will continue. We just do trial and error because 8 o'clock India time in Dubai, here it is 6:30 in the morning. So sometimes it is, and Friday is my weekend. So if I go for some maybe family dinner outside, it becomes late. So then I have to get ready, and in the morning get fresh, then start at 6:30. It is a bit too early. Just it's not an impossible thing, but by this I think it will be convenient if it is 9 o'clock we maintain, then it will be good for me also and for Many of Dubai also wanted to join, but they could not because of it is too early at 6:30. Anyway, looking into all these things, we will maintain this 9 o'clock time in this India, as well as 9 o'clock in the East Coast timing. So from now and onwards, with all considering all pros and cons. So it is not mandatory for you to attend both the sessions. If you're willing, it is you're welcome. Same topic will be discussed. So if any particular session is not convenient to you, consider joining the other session in the day. So even though it is meant for the first one for the US and Asia, and second one for the Europe and the US, but you can have your own, convenience, and accordingly you can join. So this is absolutely, there is no issues. Or if you want, you're welcome to join both if you want to listen again. So, during this learning session, I normally connect and it just flows through me. So it is not exactly same what you say in the morning session, in the evening session, because that time whatever the flow comes, what are the energy I feel, and accordingly it comes out. But topic is same, of course, but the content is not same. And it is also the recording. Gaurav is also recording, posting videos. Vidya is doing it religiously, both the sessions. So we appreciate their contribution, and for this is a great Guru Karya. So this is just I briefed you about this timing changes and the rationale behind it. So everything will have some pros and cons, but I think we'll let us stick to this. So we will stick to that, our weekly program on this. And as I mentioned earlier, that on Saturdays those in India, you can have breakfast early so that there is no issue. So you need to fast till everything is over. It is not mandatory to fasting, but stomach should be relatively empty. That it's not completely full. Then otherwise you will not get the vibrations. So that is the part of it. And one more thing, some points are coming. I like to emphasize before I go to today's topic. Session has not started yet. I'm just giving some preamble, some group talk. And then this is about that some people are asking me that how to receive that the pure loving energy flowing through the master and all those kind of things. Yeah, so how to receive that and all. This is not just let me explain you, because maybe you are seeing somebody else is having some experience and you are not having, you feel what's wrong. It's not wrong. I'm just telling you where it is coming from. When a master shares something, he or she doesn't do it on his or her own. Like, it is not coming from their intellectual or memory. The connection happens and that flows to the seekers. Even and in the energy dimension, there is no time and space. So it doesn't matter where you are. Earlier, it was the Shaktipat used to be given in physical presence. That then there has been research done on that. Guruji Prem Nirmal ji has done that. So now it is established that because of the energy level of earth has also gone up. Now it is a very high level of the loving energy. Last session was about self-love, but loving energy is growing. In fact, in the middle of March, it has gone tremendously, and it will be having many other effects. What I have shared in the original message for the year, the 1st January, I shared the message that it is a year of innovation. So all this loving energy will help to innovate further, and it will be for the humanity. Not innovation, a better missile or better atomic bomb. It will be creative, which will help the humanity. That kind of energy is there. Now, what I'm saying is that during this kind of session, when you listen, it is not that it is coming from Rajdeep. Okay, it is coming from the Guru Mandala. What you want, I just pray whatever you need to, listen and let it be through me. That's all I do. I have no other role. I'm just an agent. because it is energetic. That's why earlier physical presence was needed when Shaktipat on the third eye. But now it is established. I'm just informing you that even the you are sitting remotely, looking the gaze. You know, when the eye falls on the master on you, or even this on video call, that also reaches you. That energy. Even if you listen to the voice of the master, that is also Shaktipat. That is now established. Even Prem Nirmalji, Guruji Prem Nirmalji, he has now started giving Nayan Diksha. That's looking at gaze and you will get that. Shaktipat. It is no longer physical presence needed. Okay. Anyway, I'm just informing you. So it is not that that physical presence will not make any meaning. It is not that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying more faculties are opened up by the divine grace. So it is all possible. Now, regarding the voice, particularly, uh, see, listening to the voice of the master, you will feel that loving energy coming to you. What you should not, and that's why that is the confusion is. That's what I'm, bringing this point here. It is not about the voice quality of the master. What he is talking, okay, it does not matter. It is not an entertainment show. Like it is not the nightingales, he or she should have a nightingale melodious voice. It is not about that. That's why people get confused. I didn't see that even the master is a voice is like a cracked bamboo. It's not a very nice, soothing to hear. And sometimes say there is some spelling mistakes happening, and repetition happening, some slurring happening, oh happening, some coughing, and all this happening. So how can one get love out of that? Okay, so it is not that. It is not about the voice quality. The reason is the the one you expecting the voice to listen, it is soothing to your ear. Ear is one of the five senses. This love is not transmitted through your ear. It has to be felt. It is conveyed to you. You will receive in your higher body, and that will make the change, not the voice itself. That's why you might have seen many a times I mentioned that the spiritual discourses is not an entertainment show. Okay. It is not necessary to be in the nice voice and nice way of talking, pleasing everybody and all those kind of things. That is traditional way of how we attend a gathering or attend some speech, TED talk and all those kind of things. Who can speak better, who can entertain better. It is not about that. It is about keep your heart open, and then you listen. The energy will change by itself. You consciously, you may not know also. Okay. So there are many who are receiving it without any actual content of the talk the master is giving. You know, Master may be giving what you ate in the breakfast and where you are going in the holidays doesn't matter. Okay. You know, People think, how can this be spiritual? There is nothing extraordinary, he said. There need not to be. Energy will be still be transferred. Okay. And I'm going to, another extreme. If some master is actually scolding you, giving you bolican, the energy transfer will be much higher. Even though it is traditionally you are thinking you are getting victimized. But if the master scolds somebody or something, you understand that that is out of pure compassion. There's more love energy is flowing through it. It is contradictory to our traditional belief system. That's what I'm explaining you from where it comes. Okay, so don't and something you don't see what happened to the master. He became egoistic. See, or he become jealous, or he this thing, that thing. It's not about that. That thing, the any master, they lost about that human, taking interest in other human beings long time back. It is really doesn't necessary. You know, it is not about what actually when you do, you say, or something like that. It is not about that. Hmm. You say, oh, if he is praising him or her, not praising me, it doesn't matter. You know, it is not a traditional way. Is looking at all of you. That's enough. Okay. I'm just giving you what is the rationale in the energy level, because we are now going to learn living in the higher dimensional era, and these are the things that parts and parcel of that. Okay, so this should be enough, and more higher level it goes, the content become more cryptic. When Babaji comes and gives me some message, it is only few words. How come few words? Only 2-3 words. That's all. But what happens is, because of that energetic presence, the all understanding get downloaded immediately. Means after listening to these 3 words, now I can write 10 paragraph of how to do it and how, and I did it in the past. Even the past, in the my Facebook posting, you see the question answer type and all, but actually it didn't happen. He just give few words and that's it. Not only Babaji, Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev and all, whoever communicated in a higher dimension, they are in higher, operating from higher dimension now. So then Shirdi Sai Baba, and they don't talk too much things. It's not necessary. Content is not necessary. Okay. But at the same time, you're assigned to explain you. So we have to use that, the normal way of talking, because people are not satisfied if the knowledge is transferred without their conscious knowledge. Means, that's why we have been assigned to explain that to you. But if it is not that, if it is something is not spoken to you and you missed something, no, you got that energy. Okay, so this just is some preamble to make some kind of thing, so that you don't focus in the somewhere it was not really necessary, but you will be receiving all the knowledge, particularly the topics whichever is coming now. So if sometime you will revisit, sometime you need to change your traditional idea and now to replenish it, because many of the things have been changed already. Our earlier knowledge and present knowledge will be different, because our operating level will be different. And that operating level is operate from pure love. And pure love can be received. Even that's what I mentioned, even the master is scolding you, still receive pure love. That is against, it goes against our traditional understanding. If master is scolding and to somebody, your guru is scolding, you think, why, what wrong I have done? There's no need. You be grateful that he is compassionate, that he is giving you attention, even if in the form of scolding. It's okay. No need to challenge, no need to think that, oh, what he thinks of himself. What about him? He also did it. Don't go. It's not necessary. Okay. So just accept whatever form it comes. It doesn't matter what form it comes. As long as there is a connection, there is a attention, that energy, the loving energy flows. As I mentioned in the beginning, it is not that personal energy. It is coming from Guru Mandala. So it is not about that the person likes you or dislikes you, something as per your understanding. They are much beyond disliking and disliking. Okay, it is not about that. The master, they never judge anyone. Only thing is, somebody is sleeping, somebody is awakened, it's okay. Somebody is sleeping does not mean that those persons are criminal. Master knows if they will wake up, they will know everything. It's our soul knows everything. So master operate from that soul level with a equal respect to the other soul. Something you need to change, even healing. So you need to take permission from the soul to heal that person. So it is all there. Okay, so they're never, it is because of what word he or she says and things. It is not about that. All right. Fine. So we'll go into today's topic of learning with this preamble. Okay. Today's topic is about that will learn from our childhood almost that the Maya, the world is Maya. Hmm. That our the seniors, Buzurg, they were told that they also learned that the world is Maya. Hmm. So, and when we also joke also that everything is Maya, so nothing is really. I will give you the understanding of that. What is it? Maya from the spiritual point of view. Maya, this word. In Sanskrit, it means illusion or magic. Called Maya Jal means it is a magic. Like this, that magic has some connotation of trick involved. Basically, it is tricking you. It is not real. It is a trick. Suppose some currency note will vanish. It is a trick. Actually, the note has not vanished. You look like it is vanished. Right? That is the magic show is all about. So this Maya, I will explain why, what is it for the timing, the illusion. Um, that is the right word as per the Sanskrit. But what is illusion is our illusion to whom? Between what? To trick whom? Okay. So that understanding will give you today. Okay. Some of it, there are many masters shared that. So I'm not saying I will tell you something new. I'm not claiming that. Truth is the same. And many masters explained it in a different way so that people can understand. That's all. But the Maya itself is definitely not new. And whatever I'm going to tell you, it's also not new. But you refresh your understanding so that idea you may have may change. Okay. See, what happens was this when the universe was created. Okay. So that was ultimately it was only one, the universal consciousness. So that only one, it cannot experience anything. It has infinite everything, infinite joy, infinite knowledge, infinite power. Everything is infinite. But it cannot experience anything because it is the only one. So it needs to create something to experience. So first it is created just a counterpart. Okay. So that is in Hinduism, that is called Shiva and Shakti. But I'm not going into that again, the name of Devios, but just I'm referring to that. That one is the pure love and pure awareness. This is the two main energies created. Now, with that, it is not even, or with everything pure, the manifestation of the physical universe was not possible. Because to manifest anything, to create anything, you need impurity. Everything perfect cannot create anything. Like normally I give example, if the all colors in the world is white, no painting is possible. Because everything is white. You'll paint where, on whom, and what, no shade. So first you have to create black, just polar opposite. That is what the Shiva Shakti is about. The divine masculine and divine feminine is all about. If there's a white and black, you have now some area you can do some painting. People do some pencil sketch and things like that. It is possible. It started there. Then later on, colors and all developed later. But it started with polar opposite. Otherwise, nothing can be created. Now, what happened was to have experience. It has got all the knowledge, but it doesn't have experience. So it created by willpower. created infinite parts of itself. And these individual infinite parts are the soul consciousness. Was the universal consciousness the one, and there is the soul consciousness. And the soul consciousness has given some journey. So it wants to experience itself, but experience is not possible unless I think some background is created. No? A movie is not possible if there is no screen or there is no TV. You cannot watch the movie. Okay, you need some kind of background to play it. So that's how it is. A time and space have been created, and there the journey has been given. The journey means the path has been given, and that's what the soul, all of us, we are following that. And of course, it has got an infinite capacity. It wants to experience itself in infinite ways. There is no number count. It's keep on generating, following path, and going back to the source ultimately, because there is nowhere else to go ultimately. Now, this I have already explained earlier. This is not today's, the topic. Topic is something, because I need to give the background of it. Now, what happened was, when you created the universe, individual soul consciousness, the soul consciousness is aware that I came from that. No? I am all powerful. Like that is called Param Shiva. This is called Shiva. I am all powerful. I know everything. Our soul knows everything. So, if these fragments also knows everything, even their power, who they are, from where they came, experience is not possible. Because they know everything. So what they have done, they have created that they need to send to another dimension, so-called take birth. There's another form will come, and there will be some disconnect. They will not know who they are. Okay. Suppose somebody joined as a clerk in the company, but if the clerk knows I'm the so-and-so of chairman, I'm chairman ke bhatija, he will not work, because he knows the connection. He will not contribute. Okay, he will just say, give me salary, I don't want to work, because I am bhatija of chairman of the company, the owner. So that is why it was important to disconnect from the soul consciousness to incarnated body. Otherwise, they will have no experience. They know everything, and the knowledge itself will ruin that experience. Whatever experience he wants to have. Suppose somebody wants to have experience of, suppose earning money. That earning money experience, nobody will have if they know by will you can create anything. How you can have the earning experience then? If something that there is a need, you have to work for it and go, and then you have the experience of earning, and then you have a direct experience of that. You want to have a experience of some relationship. So somebody else has to come, and then there'll be two, and then the relationship can form. No? On your own, how can you have experience of relationship? Experience will not have, knowledge may have. So to have this kind of first-hand experiences, it was necessary to disconnect that awareness that who you are. Okay. Otherwise, if everybody knows everything, experiences are not possible. Okay. So it was concealed, because otherwise nobody will go and do something, and there'll be no purpose, because they know who they are. So that it's not possible. That's why the layer has been created. And normally the way I explain is, because everything came from the same source. Suppose it is a board chairman or owner of the company. Now you appointed board of directors, etc. They also cannot make it happen. Suppose you have to construct a building. You need laborer, you need supervisor, you need engineer, and all those kind of stuff. Now, so in that construction company, so if that so all the laborers also know they are relative of a chairman. Nobody will work. Okay. So what happens? They appointed a CEO. CEO said that okay, with the board chairman, the owner, I have to have a contract with you. Whoever will work under me, they will not know that they are relative of the chairman. You have all the power. You just make them forget. Otherwise, I cannot control them. Anything will happen, say suppose there is some some water leakage, they will go to the chairman. Somebody didn't get breakfast, they will go to the chairman because they know they are related. So I cannot control them. I will give instruction. He said, I don't care your instruction. Why I should follow you? So as a CEO, I cannot run the company unless until you give this authority to me so that nobody can go to you directly. So then the universal consciousness is okay, be it so. So whoever has come below the CEO, like the general manager and whoever the divisional managers and blah blah, chief engineer, senior engineer, then the staff and all those things. Finally, the laborers, they all, whoever ultimately comes to CEO, none of them, they know they are related to the chairman. So that the CEO can get the work done. So I'm giving that analogy because similar thing happened when creating the universe. Whoever incarnated in the physical dimension, they forget that they are who they are actually, where they came from, their origin, they forget. Forget because of the agreement between the owner and the CEO. Who is that CEO in this physical world? We are all, it is understandable, we are all that laborers and people like that. Okay. So maximum maybe supervisor. So that CEO is called Mahamaya. When this physical universe was created, Mahamaya is called CEO. Below, whoever is there, nobody knows what is there up. So that it was possible to experience, and everything is experience. Even the suffering is also an experience. Okay, you suffered something, suffered a loss, or have a gain, profit, loss, everything. But all are happened below that CEO level. So now to get that, so the purpose basically of that layer, that Maya, was so that you don't know who you are originally, the truth. So this is the purpose of creating this illusion, so that the human beings, not human beings, all the other these animals and everything, what is there manifested, they have that experience of that. So only way to know the truth is you have to promote yourself, go up to the CEO level. When you reach there, then only it will be revealed to you who is the board, who is sitting in the board, who is chairman, everything will be known to you. But if you don't come to that level, you will not see. It is confidential. The company, it is under confidential file. Unless until you're CEO, you'll not know. I mean, CEO level, I mean. So that is also different approach, that how to go to that level and then the truth is revealed. Okay, so this is the understanding part of it. Now, the question is about why it was needed. It was needed because the universal consciousness need to have experience in infinite ways. Even the experience of a laborer, it wants to have. What is the concern of a laborer? What is these things? Also, he wants to have that experience as well. So that's why it was necessary to disconnect. Otherwise, experiences are not possible. Okay. And if you say, what is the need of the universal consciousness? It has everything, full of joy, full of power and everything. In that sense, there was no need. That is why it is called a game, Leela. There is no need. It just want to experience itself. If you have too much of money and maybe you are in a five-star, not five stars, a seven-star hotel, you have very wealthy, a lot of money. You can order anything; it comes onto trays, and there five people are serving whatever type of food and all. You are living a life of ultimate luxury. But one day you wanted to know, I wanted to experience how to feel like walking barefoot for 5 kilometers. I want to have that experience. So that cannot be possible in the seven-star hotel. So you have to calm down, leave that palace or leave that hotel or whatever, and you have to start walking on the ground. There was no need. It is not that you don't have money to buy a car. It is you just wish to have it. Same thing happened here. There was no need of the universal consciousness to have this kind of experiences. It is that's why it's called a Leela. It's a game. And for that game to play, that's why the power of concealment is used as the delusion or Maya, so that everything is not seen. It is like, suppose you are going through a forest, it is full of fog. So you can see only limited thing and keep walking. But if everything is, there is no fog, etc., there may be some big steep climb on the mountain. By looking at that, you may not like to go. So the fog actually helped you to walk one step at a time and actually cross not one, many mountains, and you finish your journey. Same thing we're doing. We don't know everything, and definitely we don't know beyond this lifetime what can going to happen and see and all this. But still we are working, right, to have this kind of experiences, different kinds of experiences. So similar thing happens here. So now the next part I'm going to say is how to go back. Okay, the return journey. But so far, whatever I have said. Oh, by the way, one more thing I missed: to operate in this this world. Okay, they have given you one tool to operate in this world, because you don't have that connection, because the Maya, the illusion, has disconnected from the original source, from where you came. So they've given you one local. You might have disconnected from the server, but they have given you some local PC memory to operate, something like that, and that is ego. Ego is needed to operate locally in three-dimensional world. Okay, so that as they don't have, most of the people, they don't have the knowledge of from where they come, they think the ego is the only operating thing we have. Okay, so that is what the ego is. So ego is needed to operate ourselves in three-dimensional world or external world. I'm just mentioning it here. Why it was necessary? Because original connection has gone or concealed. They are not directly connected. So that's why to have the individual experiences, you need to have some operating understanding, operating. That is ego. And that is perfectly fine, so long as operating in the external world is involved. So before I go to the return journey part, If you have any question, you can unmute and ask me. Yes, Devu?
Rajdeep, I have a question. Like as you said,
Mm.
uh, see, when somebody grows spiritually, then he gets to know who is the board member, who is the CEO, and all this stuff.
Mm.
So, what? See, somebody comes to know, and in this incarnation, the knowledge of CEO and board members and all. So, what happens in the next incarnation? She again forgets.
Mhm.
So, whatever knowledge he gained, so is it, I mean, gone, or it has got some residual effect in the next incarnation?
Actually, this is the part of the topic I will do the second half.
Okay,
The return journey. Your question is about the return journey.
okay,
Okay, how to go back, how to know ourselves. That part I have not come yet.
okay,
Okay. Yeah. So that just hold this question. I will explain that when I'll talk. Now I just talked about how it came down. What is Maya? Why it was necessary to come below Maya? Up to
mhm,
that. But I will now talk about the return journey. So hold that question for that. Okay.
right,
After that, I hope you will get your answer. But if not, you ask again. I will explain you on that context. Okay.
right.
Any other question or on this? Why the Maya was necessary or not necessary? Why Maya was deployed and what was the purpose and things like that? And what our ego is doing here. So that I already explained. Okay, no question. All right, that's good. So now let me come back to Debu's question then, because it's a part of the understanding of the thing. See, the fundamental understanding is if you know how you have come down, if you have the knowledge at least, then you can work on to reverse that. Like if you know your journey, how you have come here, then if you can, reverse that by knowledge and going through it, you'll go back to the source. As simple as that. This knowledge has been given in Kashmir Shaivism. Okay. I'm just mentioning it here. I will not go into detail of Kashmir Shaivism here. Purpose is same. There are 36 steps came from the universal consciousness to the lowest level, yeah, that our senses level. And if you retrace those, you will ultimately go back to the source. Okay. So what happens is when we keep on running our lives, one life after life, then one point of time, first of all, many of the lifetimes, our purpose is ego based, like eat, drink, and be merry, and that's it. Okay. I'm having some earning source. I'm eating. I'm drinking. I'm enjoying life, and that's it. But if you have several hundreds of that life, then something from your inside will come. Is that all about life? Do everything ultimately, finally get out of this world, die and go out. And that's it. Okay. You cannot take anything from here. So then something from inner, and that is your intuitive messages. Yeah. That is your basically soul consciousness telling now you have to look for, because free will has been given to you. Okay. It cannot be imposed. They cannot order you. You have to choose and then follow. And then you have to basically understand the trick to go beyond the trick. Like you have to realize, understand, and consciously choose to go beyond the illusion. First of all, you have to realize that I am under illusion. Hmm. If you're not there, if you say no, what is wrong? It's all reality and all fine, then you are not there. You have not reached there. It's okay. Several more lifetimes will come where you feel that urge to come break this pattern, break this chain. Because from inner side, that will come, that ultimately you have to go back to our original home, like our soul's home, you can say. This is we are just a visitor, but that feeling will not come If this place is, you think this is all, okay. I'm not saying humans like as you are we're discussing. I've said a human being. They are not ready. There is, because you cannot find something what the requirement you don't understand. How you can find something what you don't know what it is. Okay, first the art should come. How can do everything, build so much things and relationships and money, earn this and that, and one moment gone, everything. Okay, so so from that question come, who am I? What I am doing here? And these fundamental questions started the spiritual journey. Okay. If you said, I'm happy, I don't need anything, and some people be, no, this is the only life I have, it's okay, good luck. Fine. There's nothing wrong. You believe whatever you wanted to believe. It's okay. Means you are not ready. So in the return journey, as I said, if you study that how we came down, the lowest level is of five senses. So one by one, you have to win them back. Like you have to overcome that. And then you can reach to the level where means, or you can say so many things has been shed off to come down to this limitedness, limited power, limited knowledge, limited things. So you have to find out where to increase it and finally go back to that level where we came from, that purity. So first lower level, it is done with, say, five senses. Nothing wrong in five senses. We need five senses to operate in the world. But how you can go beyond, it does not mean you have to, the hands, if you touch, you cut your hand. I'm not saying that. You go beyond so that it doesn't control you. Suppose you are a food lover. Nothing wrong with that. You enjoy, there's a tongue test. Okay. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But how to go beyond tongue is, no matter whether you get your food you like or don't get, you are still okay. So that means your taste doesn't control you. I'm not saying cut your tongue. Okay, that's completely misunderstanding. You enjoy everything, but if you don't get it, then don't get disturbed. It's okay. It's called equanimity. So like that, we go beyond mind level, thought level, simply by going into no thought zone, so the thought cannot control us. Okay, then you go to the emotional level. So if the thoughts are stopped, then emotions are under our control. So you go beyond our emotional level. Emotion cannot control us. Something happens wrong, we need not to just start crying, and somebody says good words, we get flattered. Both are equally not important. You understand it. So this understanding and awareness, what we do, we win over those layers so that they cannot control us anymore. And this process actually takes us back to our original state. We have to choose, because this choice cannot be done in the soul level. And that's why I normally mention enlightenment is not possible after death. You need a physical body to get enlightened. You need to overcome these limitations by awareness. If it is already available, you cannot achieve that there. Means I was giving example of that the 7-star hotel life. You cannot have that experience of going back to the hotel, being in the hotel. So you have to come down, no? Go out. After you finish journey, you said, now I wanted to go back to my hotel room. Yeah, there is a path journey back. But there is no question of journey back if you have not gone out at all. Okay, so that is how it is. So to retrace back our thing, we need to win over those layers, whatever the contents are. Like five senses you have to win over, so that nothing of the five senses can actually touch us. In the beginning, today's session, I was talking about anything coming from a master is coming through the channel. It doesn't matter the voice quality of a master, how beautifully he is saying, and all doesn't matter, because those are appealing to your senses. You have to go beyond so that you can connect to the energy. You can feel love no matter what it is. Feel the love and compassion, even if the master's voice is like a cracked bamboo. Okay. You can still feel love. That's the beauty. Because the sound quality doesn't matter. The energy it brings, that touches you. So that you can go beyond the senses, the ear level. So that's what I'm saying here. So slowly, so we have a thought control, because ego operates through our injecting thoughts in our mind. So you go beyond no thought or at your will, so that ego gets dropped. You cannot control you anymore with injecting some thoughts and doubts and all these things, worries. Then as the thought is under control, emotion also gets under control. You don't get sway with these emotions. So you can just watch, witnessing and let it go, like that. So those are all our spiritual journeys. So slowly, things are revealed to us. We come to the CEO level, because by this we already promoted from laborer to supervisor, supervisor to engineer. Those are the levels, physical level, mind level. Nothing physically can attract anymore. So we don't run behind something, physical. Somebody said, Kiru, I will give you a bigger house. You come to me. You said, okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. I will earn my own. I don't need your gift. So like that, because nothing can, do some kind of trick and take you away. So this kind of thing. So you open your own awareness and you walk the path, you grow to a level, then you come to the level when you do start meditation, all this. When you get enlightened, you come to the level of the CEO. Okay. When you can see the other side clearly, then your suffering has gone. You have already passed through those stages. Nothing can, bother you. You are compassionate about who are not to come to that level. You take care, your additional responsibility, and you can see the truth. So then your responsibility is help others to come and see the truth. In future, they will be like CEO. Maybe they will form their own company and become a CEO. They will be independent. Anyway, so this level, then you can clearly see the truth. That is the level when you have reached the awareness level. Then still you are still not the owner. The journey has not completed, but you can see everything, where to go. Below that, you never know where to go. So then better you follow the CEO's instruction, who can see the other side. In the company, if you're in that company, follow what CEO says. It's okay. Even if you don't see, but if you follow the instruction, then one day you will be, come to his level, and then you can see the other side. All the confidential file will be opened and you will see that what is there. This is just I'm giving an analogy to make you understand that how it works here. Okay. With this, now the incarnation is involved. So that means to get promotion up to CEO level in that analogy, it may not happen in one lifetime, of course. Okay, all of us have minimum 700 lifetimes, human lives. Before that, millions of others. But anyway, all these things having experience, we gain experience. Of course, we just taken birth here to have experience. That is the ultimate purpose. You remember, ultimate purpose of the creating soul consciousness to have a journey and different incarnation, different lifetimes, and different types of experiences. With this background, now let me come to what Debu's question was. His question was, Debu, correct me if I recall it properly, that if some life you experience something, you have some gain, suppose, and the next lifetime you have to start with zero. So what happened to that experience? If every time you have to start zero, you'll never be able to reach to the CEO level. No? One lifetime you promoted from laborer to supervisor, that gone. So next life, even if you start with the laborer, you will never be engineer or senior engineer or manager. No? None of the lifetime you have. So it is true that when you start a new life, it is account balance is zero. But let me explain you in this way. See, so that you can understand the logics behind all these things. Hmm. Suppose there is one person, so he has one daughter. Daughter is 2 years old, and at the time of childbirth, his wife expired, died. Now, his daughter is only 2 years old, and he's a very rich man. He has a lot of property, lot of money. There is no dirt in money. But then he found that he's detected with cancer. So think of the scenario. He has a huge money, huge property. Wife is expired at the time of childbirth. The child is now 2 years old. He has been now detected with cancer, and doctors saying you have only 6 months to live, maximum. So look at that father, what he will do. If he dies, do you think his daughter will get any money? People, all the relatives or anybody, they will loot his properties. At the same time, what will happen to the security of this child? Okay. So what he has done is he made some arrangement with a lawyer and all those things. He put the money into some trust or something and asked a lawyer to come and said that uh, whoever will take care of my child, they will get, say, every month, maybe say 2 lakh rupees. So something. 2 lakh rupees and another 1 lakh rupees for the expenses of the child. It will, this arrangement will go ahead only if they take care of the child. Otherwise, they will not get that amount of money. Okay, child security and all the clauses he mentioned, if you have to take care of the education and all this, this arrangement will go till the child is, say, 20 years of age, or say 22 or 21 of years of age. After that, the child can decide about this whole inheritance property will go to her, and she can decide what to do with it. But till she reaches 20 years of age, this arrangement will continue. They will get that, the person who is taking care of the child will get 2 lakh rupees per month. And these are the conditions. And the child's expenses may be 1 lakh rupees. So that means that whatever inheritance the child has to get, she will only get when she is 20 years of age, not before that. It is her property. So why I have given this example? Why? What is the risk? Because if the child gets at the 2 years of age this much amount of property, even the people will cheat her and throw her out and they take the property. Why I have given this story? Because to answer Debu's question, same thing happens. Every time we incarnate, initially we don't have access to full thing. In that life, our soul is supervising, seeing whether we are capable enough to handle this or not. If not, initially you have to come to a certain level. Not everything, not the full. When you come to a certain level, all your inheritance will be given back to you. Means you should be having capacity to handle that. Otherwise, you will misuse. People will loot you out. So when you incarnate, everything becomes zero. Answer is yes. But whatever earlier life, everything is lost. Answer is no. In this life, you have to qualify yourself. Suppose somebody is very spiritual, a lot of so-called credit is there, good karmas are there. One life he has chosen to be a murderer. That life he will not get it. It will skip, go to the other next life, if that improves. Unless until you come to a certain level, you will not get it. Our soul becomes the trustee so that you don't misuse these things. Because of free will, it cannot tell you you don't choose to be a criminal. It cannot tell you because it is your choice. You wanted to experience a criminal life. It's okay. So that's how it plays out. But slowly, when we reach to the level, all this comes back. And when you get enlightened, all your past lives is open to you. You can actually go and see what happened in that life. And it is, see, think of in this way, suppose right now you have the experience of 700 of your lifetimes, then you become an industry. Because whatever situation in your life, you might have faced some life, 524th life or something, and similar situation. Okay, see, decision-making process is same. Maybe the way we deal with the business may change, but business was that time also there. Hmm. So that you get access to everything. So all will be given to you at the time of enlightenment. Oh, okay. And some of them will be given when you go progress towards that. But initially, it all starts with zero. It waits what you choose to work for. So this is how it operates. So Devi, you got your answer?
Yes, actually a follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose in present life, one gets aware what is the this ultimate goal, and you go to that as per your analogy, you get to know the board level and all. Next incarnation, it starts with zero, and when he or she goes to that level, say at the age of 30, 40, whatever, when he or she is capable of receiving those knowledge back, he will get it again. That's what you said. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, till that time, say that age is say 40. Till that time, that awareness is not available to the next incarnated body.
Right.
Right. So, and he has free wills.
Yes.
Now, till 40 years of age, with free will, he chooses to be a murderer.
Right.
So he doesn't get it this incarnation again.
Yeah.
So it goes to the next incarnation.
Mm-hmm.
So it will keep on doing like that. I mean, unless I have control on my free will, which comes as per my understanding from the awareness, it may not happen. It may continue like this.
Yeah, it is continue. We call it detour. See, the creation has no hurry. There is no time in the higher dimension. If you choose to 50 more lifetimes like this, it's okay. It will hold.
But choosing right thing also comes from awareness, no?
No. Awareness is something different. Awareness is who you are. Okay. The free will comes, thoughts, words, and action right now. Uh, this particular free will, it is chosen mostly if you're operating by ego. Hmm. Okay, it doesn't, that awareness is completely different thing. A free will is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Free will has a power, whether to use it or not to use it, there comes your wisdom.
But using the free will in the right way comes from my awareness. See what I
No, there is
know.
nobody. Your free will, nobody comes here in between. That is why it is called free will. Next moment, three things: what you are going to say, what you will think, and what you will do. Nobody comes in between.
Nobody comes. But when I say, for example, what I think and say and do, so if I'm aware that this is what it is, if I have the complete picture, then I try to control on my thought and
Yes.
what. So if I don't have that awareness, then I will go haywire.
That's correct. So that's why you have to choose to listen to your awareness. You have a choice not to listen. So what I'm saying, awareness is not driving it. You are driving. You have to choose it.
So it may continue like this incarnation after incarnation.
Yeah,
Without...
you can continue. See, that's why sometimes I say You have a right to be ignorant. There's nobody else come and take you out from that unless until you choose. Okay,
So that means
awareness is there. Yeah, awareness is there. Some people they are aware, still they do.
that
They
means
misutilize their free will. Yeah.
that means the
Okay, that
knowledge.
is always there.
That
Yeah.
means the knowledge gained in a particular incarnation may remain with you for next 5 incarnations, and after that you may probably get.
Yeah, because there is no the storage doesn't have expiry date.
Okay.
Okay, it is up to you when you wanted to encash that and act accordingly. So basically, you have to choose by your free will to get enlightened. Otherwise, enlightenment will not happen. Okay, so this operates like that. So there is no limit. If you say the 5 lifetime, even 50, doesn't matter. You have to choose the life you choose it, then it will progress further.
Okay.
Yeah, we call it in spiritual journey. We call it detour. Okay, because something comes, people come under illusion that all bad people are enjoying life, good people are suffering, so I should also do bad thing. It is only this illusion will make you detour. It will make your journey longer. That's all. There is no right and wrong. It is your choice. Okay, and it is your choice. See, which to pick, which to choose. Hmm. See, see, there is bees. Some of the bees. So bees are only go to the flowers. No? They go and take the honey, and that's how they lead their life. And the normal flies, they go and sit always on the dirt. Even if there is a lot of beautiful things, flower and fragrance they don't like, they always go and sit on the dirt or the shit, isn't it? So it is your choice. Same as here, the fly used to choose to sit on the dirt. It's okay. It is their choice. Nobody can do anything. Okay, and that's why the masters they normally say it is your free will. So don't be a fly and always choose to sit on a shit or go and sit on stuck into negativity, stuck into that. Both things are there. You have a choice whether to go into the dirt or in the flower and that honey and all this. And accordingly, you lead your life. You know. So anyway, but choice is there. This free will is there. There's nobody can come in between. So even if after awareness you can choose, to be follow the negativity path, it's your choice, and the consequence will follow.
That is the
Yes,
so this
yeah.
free will is there and choice is also there, but my choice also will get influenced. What am I aware of? For example, this meeting is happening. As I am aware that this Rajiv's meeting is happening, I am able to. Sorry, I got one phone call. So as I am aware that this meeting is happening, satsang is happening, I am able to get this. There, whether I will join or not join. But if I am not at all aware that this kind of satsang is happening, I will not be able to apply my choice itself.
Yeah. No, that is correct. But at the same time, your awareness will develop only you open up. If you're looking for, if you're not looking for, you will not be aware for anything. No, suppose if somebody chosen to sleeping full day, how you can have experience of breakfast and experience of going out and things like you have chosen to close your eyes and sleep. No,
correct, and you are right.
Okay.
So that opening of the eyes also part of one of the free will.
Yes,
Yes.
that part you have to do.
Correct.
That is why you said you have to take the one step forward so the divine can come down 10 steps to help you.
That's
But that one step you have to take. Otherwise, it is not automatically happen.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. Any other question? Fine.
Yeah.
So then,
Just one more question.
yes, Nirupam. Yeah.
That as I have understood that whatever increase in the awareness that may lost in the next life also. It is possible. But only thing is that when you are enlightened, then that time I think losing the awareness is will not be that will be a permanent thing. Once you are
That's
enlightened.
correct. Yeah. Once you enlighten, there is no question of next birth. It is your choice. Even if you come from the birth, you will be enlightened.
And follow up question is
If
that
you choose, that is called dharmic birth.
and in case of not entire enlightenment, but let's say some increase in the awareness to some extent in a particular life, that will definitely help in the next life. I think so. That will
Yeah.
help. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying you have a choice whether to take the help or not to take the help. Okay, you have a choice.
Yeah.
It's up to you. So it can play in a different way. See, suppose about this spiritual knowledge, many people know it is there, but they choose not to come here. They choose maybe other work is more important. Suppose going to a shopping mall is more important than attending. It's a choice. It's not that they are not aware of what can be discussed and what can be learned here. And you will be surprised to know that the main challenge on spiritual path is willingness to learn. That is the main obstacle. There are many, they are not willing to learn. It's surprising, no? It is, we assume that everything wanted to learn and grow, but if you see the practically, it is not the case. Whatever be the reason, they many have a block to learn. This non-learning attitude is a major obstacle when that's why the humanities, their collective vibration is still low. They're suffering, but not learning. Okay. Anyway,
One question.
I will come to you, Madhu. Okay. So anyway, so this is the thing. So ultimately, the awareness, it should be self-driven. It's not come from outside. When you choose to learn, when you choose to, grow in awareness, and when you choose to apply that, then only the change will happen. Then only you will actually grow. Otherwise, it will be just like a lip service. Okay, so this is how it operates. Okay, Nirupam? Okay, yes, Madhu?
Dada, one curiosity. There are some children who are very intelligent from the beginning, like at the age of 3, 4, they recite mantras and they play with musical instruments and all. What it is it from the previous life they have learned or what it is?
Yes, yeah. It's quite possible, that some skill sets can be passed on to the DNA level. Okay. So that it is possible that if you have developed some skill, some music or playing instrument and all, through the DNA, it can pass on to your next life. Okay, but of course, you have to again choose to open up that. Suppose somebody has learned how to play piano, but if that life he doesn't get an opportunity to touch a piano, then that will be still dormant. No? That is. But if that also happens.
Okay. Then it means it is your choice again.
Yeah, but you need to get an opportunity also that to come out. Okay. So that is, there are something, it comes, we explain this particular events in a table called blind spot table, that I know, I don't know, I know, I don't know. So there's 2x2 table. So there are some area, but I don't know, I know. Only in the some situation it comes out. I normally give example. Suppose you have never learned swimming. So you are traveling in a river in a boat and boat capsized. You never learned swimming and you will find yourself, you actually swim and come to the shore. You have to save your life, of course. But from where that swimming came, you never learned in this life. Some skills we don't know that we know.
Yes.
Those
I
are
remember.
hidden talents, and these hidden talents came from your past life learning. You have learned earlier. Okay, so this is how it plays. Given the opportunity, it is possible that this life that opportunity never came for swimming. It can just skip that. But if some situation happens, and then it can come up. It can take over. All right.
Right. Thank you, Dada.
Okay. God bless you. Fine. Then we'll go into our Kriya and meditation. Sit straight. Just spinal cord straight, face straight. If you're not sure face is straight or not, little up is okay, but it shall not be down. Breathe in and breathe out a few times. Take a deep breathing to relax yourself.